Hi viewers, welcome to another video from Referit. Today I am going to explain you an important issue regarding APPSC mains or UPSC mains and preliminary examinations. Our topic is today the Draft Environment Impact Assessment Notification 2020. It is a potential information to be asked in the mains examination. Now we have to know the introduction of this topic. The union government is trying to boost GDP. In this trial, the government is going to establish so many mega cities, so many industries and so many highways promptly. For doing all these things in fast track, the government is bringing some changes in the process of environment clearance. And in the public domain, it invites strong criticism from environmentalists. That's why it's an important issue. Let us discuss in detail. Let us know the background of this information. The Union Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change on March 23rd put the Draft Environment Impact Assessment Notification 2020 in the public domain, and it has invited severe criticism from the public. What they are criticizing is that the Draft Environment Public Assessment Notification 2020 is diluting the green clearance norms. And if you look at the Environment Protection Act 1986, there is a section, that is section 3. According to this section 3 of the Environment Protection Act 1986, this section provides the procedure how to regulate activities that impact environment. And India notified EIA norms first in 1994, and these norms were replaced in 2006. But again, after 14 years, the present union government wants to bring some changes to the norms to make the process more transparent and expedient. Now we have to know the criticism regarding to this draft notification. Critics are saying that if the draft notification 2020 is implemented, it ruins the environment and it limits the public participation in environmental decision making, and it rewards even violators. And according to the chairman of the Rajya Sabha Parliamentary Standing Committee on Science and Technology, Environment, Forests and Climate Change, this Environment Impact Assessment Draft 2020 is anti-democratic, anti-public health, and it is a threat to cooperative federalism. Since the BJP-led government came to power, the government is trying to enhance the ease of doing business in the country. And by the good effort of the present government, the World Bank's ease of doing business ranking, it was 142 in 2014 and it came to 63 in 2019. At the same time, when we look at the Yale Center for Environmental Law and Policy, the ranking in this domain, the Environment Performance Index, the rank in 2014 was 155 and the rank at present is 168. That is why the environmentalists and environment activists are criticizing this draft notification more and more. Since the Modi-led government came to power, it is trying to enhance ease of doing business. Because of the good effort by the government, the World Bank's ease of doing business rank was 142 in 2014 and at present it came to 63 in 2019, and it is becoming better because of the effort of the union government regarding to ease of doing business rankings. But on the other hand, if you look at the AL Center for Environmental Law and Policy, the rank regarding to environmental performance, it is becoming bad. If you look at this rank, it was 115 in 2014 and it is now 168. That means it is becoming bad. That's why the environment activists are criticizing on this draft notification very severely. Since the present government came to power, the government is trying to enhance ease of doing business. Because of the government good effort, the World Bank's ease of doing business ranking up from 142 in 2014 to 63 in 2019. At the same time, if you look at the environmental performance index by the Yale Center for Environmental Law and Policy, the environmental performance index dropped from 155 in 2014 to 168 this year. If you compare these two rankings, one is ease of doing business ranking and the other is the environmental performance index. On one hand, ease of doing business ranking is getting better. On the other hand, environment performance index is getting bad. That's why the environmentalists and environment activists are criticizing this draft notification well in the public domain. We have just now seen the general criticism regarding to this issue. Now we are seeing criticism on the changes in the draft. According to Kanchi Kohli, environmentalist, he is telling that there is a clause 22 in the draft notification. It allows the projects, though they have not environment clearance certificate, they are at present permitted to get this environmental clearance just by paying a penalty, and telling that this ex post facto approval is a gross violation to the mandate given to Environment Ministry, and he is telling that it will turn the environment impact assessment process from being one of prior approvals. So this post facto clearance is a threat to environment. And according to the former Environment Minister Jairam Ramesh, and who is the present chairman of the Rajya Sabha Parliamentary Standing Committee on Science and Technology, Environment, Forest and Climate Change, this draft notification is anti-democratic, anti-public health and anti-cooperative federalism. Now we see what the government is saying regarding to this criticism. The government is saying that this draft notification 2020 is only a draft. The government is going to hear all the public concerns and it is going to address all the concerns regarding to environmentalists and environment activists. There have been 55 amendments to the 2006 Environment Impact Assessment Notification and around 230 office memorandums issued. And the government is saying that this draft notification is only a draft. It is going to address all the concerns of the public, and on the consent of the public, the changes are going to be implemented according to this notification. In May 22, the then NDA government allowed industries who do not have clearance certificate regarding to environment, though they had not clearance certificate, they commenced operations they were given a chance to get environment clearance by 2003. That means the government at that time gave a chance of 1 year time to get environment clearance, though they had been operating without clearance certificates. Thereafter, the UPA-led government also issued 3 office memorandums in 2010, 2012 and 2013 granting ex post facto approvals for several projects. But in January 2016, the NGT National Green Tribunal held that the 2002 circular was very contrary to the law. That was why the NGT then issued instructions regarding to 2002 circular. It told that it had to revoke all the approvals of ex post facto and shut down all the industries running without EC. Thereafter, in March 2017, the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change passed another notification telling functioning without prior approval could apply for environmental clearances. The factories or industries which were running at the time without environmental clearance, they were asked to apply for environmental clearance. Meanwhile, the committee of the Environment Ministry held more than 30 meetings to clear hundreds of such projects which are violating environmental clearance norms. The Supreme Court in August 2017 told the grant of an ex post facto environmental clearance would be a threat to the environment and it could lead to irreparable degradation of the environment. And the Apex Court in April 2020 told regarding to the Gujarat Industries units operating without EC, it upheld the National Green Tribunal 2016 order and it decided against their closure though they are running without EC, and it told that the non-compliance could not lead to closure of an establishment. And we have to see the details what there is in the draft Environment Impact Assessment Notification 2020. According to the Environment Impact Assessment Notification 2020 draft, all the projects are categorized under 3 types: A category, B1 category and B2 category based on environmental and geographical impact. And this Environment Impact Assessment provides for 2 kinds of approval. One is prior environmental clearance with the approval of the expert committee, and the other is environmental permission and environmental provision without the approval of the committee. Some of the projects in category B2 don't need this environment clearance or environment provision. That's why critics are alleging that the government is going to move a large variety of projects to this B2 category which do not have EC or EP. And according to the critics, there is a clause 26 in the draft notification. Under this clause 26 of the Environment Impact Assessment draft, 40 types of industries that works such as clay and sand extraction or digging wells or foundation of buildings, solar thermal power plants and common effluent treatment plants, they do not need prior EC or EP. In addition to these industries, all inland waterways projects and expansion or widening of national highways need not get environmental clearance or environment provision. Critics are telling that these exemptions will result in a lack of scrutiny. In 2016, 100 industrial clusters in India were categorized as severely polluted or critically polluted. And now the new draft 2020 also exempts the any project the government labels like strategic from the environment impact assessment purview. And finally, we have to give some suggestions what they are. According to Pushpam Kumar, Chief Environmental Economist in UN Environment Program, the environment and development are seen as trade-offs, which is not the case. The government must do a comprehensive cost-benefit analysis, including the impact of development on nature and natural capital. And it is needed to speed up the disposal of cases in the courts in addition to increase the strength of judges in the National Green Tribunal. Environmental protection and GDP go hand in hand, and we must strengthen the environmental laws along with speedy implementation to secure and increase in GDP. That's all about the draft EIA notification 2020. Thanks for watching.